Okay, in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to hide this line, but using a very interesting technique. I'm going to hit here to show you the background, the transparency background, and in here I can see this line, right? So the line of this shoulder is going to be drawn only when it's outside the body. When it's inside, it's going to be hidden by what? Well, let me go to here, to the timeline, and go find this line. Okay, I'm going to show the visibility. Arm line, there you go. That's the line that I'm going to use, okay? Let's do this. Okay, here are the steps. You start by showing all the layers for that arm. Remember, we need 4 layers: the arm, the mat, the duplicate, and the line. Now, you first take the duplicate and pre-compose by hitting Ctrl-Shift-C. Make sure that it says leave all attributes in Geme, and leave it like that. Press OK. Now, click on arm line and cut it by pressing Ctrl-X. Double click on arm duplicate and paste there. Ctrl-V. Hey, I pasted there. Where is it? Well, it's down here. You can zoom, by the way, you can zoom in or out by scrolling your mouse. Okay, now all you have to do is take it, put it there. And here's what I do. I take both of them and bring out the opacity property. You can, what? You can manipulate properties? Yes, if you hit T, you're gonna get it. Now, if you scroll your mouse like this, I can bring the transparency, you see? Now I'm gonna leave it around there, and I'm gonna, let me zoom in. Oh, by the way, we don't need this anymore. Bye bye. And there, you see? Ooh. Now, wait, you can use the arrow keys. There. I was focusing on these areas. Okay, now you delete that one, which you don't need it. Now bring the opacity up to 100. Close this because you don't need it anymore. Buck. And it's almost ready, but I need to copy one of the effects that this arm has. What? It has an effect? Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you. Well, I'm telling you now. Click on Effect Controls, and there's the effect for the puppet. Remember the pins and all that stuff? Well, it's here. You copy and paste. You click here and then paste. Haha! Now it's doing the exact same thing as that arm. Oh, sorry. Actually, you know what? I moved these pins that I don't need anymore, so I'm just gonna hit delete. Bye bye. Now I can take this. You see? Look at this line is now rotating and moving around with this arm. Now, next step. This is called track mat. I don't know if you have this part of the timeline or this mode. Okay? All you have to do is click on this button here, and you can toggle between those modes. I want this mode, so you go here to track mat and click on alpha mat for left arm duplicate. Haha, what happened? Okay, if you remember, let me undo that very quick. If you remember this arm mat, I'm going to click here on solo mode. That's the mat. What? Okay, I'm going to click there again. And what happened is I'm using what is called track matte. Look, the line, it's only drawn when it's inside. When it's outside, it's not drawn. You see? Pretty cool effect. Yummy. Okay, now let me explain for those of you who are new to track matte techniques. I'm gonna create a solid by clicking Ctrl Y. Then I'm gonna leave the name like that. So this is the solid. I'm going to scale it down like this, and actually like there. Okay, there, I like it. I'm going to maximize this because I want this to be right after this arm, so I can give you an example. What happens if I take this arm and I put track matte on it? Look, track matte. What? You see? Haha. So if I move this object, I'm only showing that arm when it's inside of this object, this rectangle. And if I do this, I put the rectangle below the arm and I put track matte, I see that arm, you see? And if I hit inverse alpha matte, it's going to show me every part of the rectangle except the arm. Haha, interesting. So that's track matte. And what's happening here, oh, by the way, when you do the track matte, you can check that for the left hand, the visibility was off. Boom, let's turn it on again. And that's what's happening. The line, it's only being drawn when it's inside the matte. Super cool. Now let's do that for this other line. What do? Okay, here are the steps. First, you bring the visibility for those three objects, for the arm matte, arm duplicate, and arm line. Then, take the duplicate, pre-compose, hit OK. Pick the line, cut it, double click on the duplicate, paste. Remember the 5th of November. Cool movie. When you paste it, it goes down there, almost always. And now you can pick both of them, hit T, bring down the transparency, click here again. I'm going to work like this. Yeah, so much space, I don't know what to do with it. Okay, I'm focusing on this little part. There you go. Now I delete that layer, then bring the opacity for the arm line to 100, close this composition. Then all I have to do is copy and paste the effects. Remember, pick the right arm, pick the puppet effect, copy, select the arm, the right arm duplicate, paste, and now you're ready. Take the right arm matte and on track matte, click on alpha matte. Remember, if you don't see the track matte, all you have to do is click on toggle switch. Yeah, easy. I like it when it's easy. And there you go. I'm going to do the exact same for the legs in the next tutorial, just as a quick review, okay? See you in the next tutorial.